Hello, and I am Josh Ramsdell, and thank you for joining me on the JR Weather Special Report on Winter's Last Punch. We will head on over to the alerts map here from the National Weather Service. As we can see, winter storm warnings, heavy snow warnings, winter weather advisories, and snow advisories are in effect, as well as flood watches for much of the Northeast. The storm that we will be talking about is going to bring anything from heavy rain to winds to snow to sleet to freezing rain. We will see light amounts to heavy amounts of snow, light amounts of rain to flooding rain. We will now move over to the water vapor imagery map here to explain what's going on. The smaller L you see over northern Alabama is an upper level low, which is a spin in the atmosphere. This is going to move northeast and kick off a new low pressure system near the Delmarva Peninsula. This low pressure system then will track northeast over portions of southern New England, and this will strengthen as it does so. As this upper level low moves pretty much right beside it, about 100 miles inland, parallel to the surface low that's going to form near the Delmarva Peninsula, that will help bring in a strong inflow of Atlantic moisture. So as this moisture interacts with the cold air, it's not going to fall as rain in northern New England, folks. It's going to come down as snow. And as this moisture interacts with the colder air, it's going to fall as snow, with rain further south near New York City and Boston, the big cities along the I-95 corridor. We will now head over to the colorized radar of the entire United States. As we can see, this spin you see in the atmosphere down near Georgia, that is the upper level low, which you can see is bringing in a lot of moisture already and causing a squall line across central and southern Florida, the peninsula there. As you can see up near Boston, we have some blue, which is indicating snow, and the pink is the sleet and freezing rain in the nasty mix. The big cities are going to pick up the most of their snow from now until mid-morning as the precipitation enters the Northeast. That's when they're going to see their heavy bursts of snow, but it's going to change over to sleet and freezing rain. We will now head to a closer radar of the Northeast. This is colorized only to show intensity of precipitation. As you can see, the yellows and stuff are heavy precipitation. Probably some sleet and snow falling in New York City at a moderate rate. Over towards Boston, just some light snow reported at this time. Now as this winter storm kicks off, what to expect here? We can expect heavy snow, 1 to 3 inches an hour, somewhat similar to the Valentine's Day blizzard, but the snow rates there got up to 6 inches an hour in portions of New York. Reduced visibilities to half a mile or less, especially in any blowing and drifting snow. As we can see, winds are going to be 10 to 20 miles per hour, and gusts up to 30. Higher elevations can see over 30 miles per hour. So there's definitely going to be some blowing and drifting snow. It's going to be mainly snow across New York and Vermont, much of northern and central New England. Along the coast, like I said, it's going to be ice, like along the I-95 corridor down into New Jersey. Dangerous travel conditions. They're just going to worsen as we get into the early morning hours on Saturday. We will now head over and talk about accumulations here. As we can see, a good portion of New York is in, a good portion of northern New England, central New England, and New York is in 12 to 24 inches of snow. The western slopes of the Green Mountains and peaks could see over 2 feet of snow. The regular blue color here, 6 to 12 inches. Less as we get towards the St. Lawrence Valley in western New York, 3 to 6 inches, as moisture will not be running out quite that far. And as you can see along the big cities here like New York City and Boston, across Rhode Island, 1 to 3 inches of snow. But what you need to know about this is you may have less snow, but you're going to have more ice and the nasty mix and the icy conditions. So that's all we have for you this morning, and I will be back with another update this afternoon on Winter's Last Punch.